The Nobel Prize in Literature for 2022 is awarded to the French author Annie Ernaux for the courage and clinical acuity with which she uncovers the roots, estrangements, and collective restraints of personal memory.
This year's Nobel laureate in literature, the French writer Annie Ernaux, was born in 1940 and grew up in the little town of Yvetot in Normandy. Her setting was poor but ambitious, and in her oeuvre she consistently explores the experience of a life marked by great disparities regarding gender, language, and class. Annie Ernaux's debut was Les Armoires Vides, came 1974, in English, Cleaned Out. And already in this work, she began her investigation of a Norman background, but it was first with her fourth book, La Place, in 1983, in English, A Man's Place, that she made her literary breakthrough. In this masterpiece, in a scant 100 pages, she gives an elucidating portrait of her father and of the entire social milieu that fundamentally formed him. A special place in a production has a deeply engaging, clinically restrained narrative about the 23-year-old narrator's illegal abortion, L'événement, in 2000. In English, it's called Happening. In Annie Ernaux's social perspective, the mechanisms of shame have a special force, and in Mémoires de Fille, from 2016, in English, A Girl's Story, she uncovers them from another angle. In this work, she confronts her self-image as a young woman at the end of the 1950s, when she loses her virginity at a summer colony in Orne, Normandy. The reactions to her behavior that she contributes to make known have the effect that she is expelled from the community. For half a lifetime, the writer had chosen not to deal with a painful event, but now the time has come. A key passage runs, quote, "When you want to clarify a prevailing truth, this is always missing: the lack of understanding of your experience at the moment when you make your experience."
If you haven't read her, what would you recommend to start with?
I think that you should start with her wonderful portrait of her father, La Place in French. It is translated in many languages. It's a short but wonderful portrait of her father, very, very sensitive and concise. At the same time, very, very loving picture, although she also recovers his the special conditions of his life. She can also be very critical, and acute in her observations, and that's fine. That's special for her.